But I can imagine it's really hard. Or maybe not. Was it for you? Was it hard?
It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I mean, it was really kind of draining, like physically and mentally. Like it tired me out for 3 weeks because I didn't get much sleep because all during the day we'd be practicing and then we'd get home at like 10 o'clock at night. And then from like 10 o'clock at night till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd start writing songs, and then I'd have to get up at like maybe like 12 o'clock, lunchtime to go back to practice. And so I kind of felt like I never had any time at all. But it was sort of my choice to do it that way as well. I think it kind of builds up in you because before the first album, I could write a song whenever I wanted, and we could play it live the day after we'd written it. As soon as you bring a first album out, you can only play songs off that first album. You can't just start writing new songs and playing them because people want, there's a lot of people who've never seen you play live who come to like see you for the first time and they want to hear the songs that they've bought on the album. So you've kind of got a responsibility to play your first album quite a lot. So then it just kind of bottles up in you and you just want to write songs, and you just can't do it. And so then I guess that's why it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be in the 3-week period.
But I can imagine that for you, 3 weeks was enough then. I think if it lasted 4 or 5 weeks or 6 or 7 or maybe 2 months, then it was too much.
Yeah, I think, I remember in the first week I wrote 8 songs or something like that in about 5 days. I probably wrote more, but there was 8 songs that went on the album that were written in the first 5 days. And I think once that initial kind of burst had got out, then I wrote a bit less. Like I maybe then wrote in the second week, maybe like another 5, and then maybe another 5 in the third week.
But don't you feel pressured because, it's the first album, it's been a success. Second album, within a year, you write in a 3-week period. You are the main songwriter. Do you feel the pressure or don't you? Maybe not yet, or?
I felt pressure to actually write the song. Not the quality of the songs, but just actually have enough songs for an album. Because we booked the studio and Stephen Street for January. So we had to have the album ready to go in for January. We kind of set it up so we had no choice and we couldn't postpone it. So there was pressure from that point of view, but I didn't feel pressure to kind of make sure it was a good album or not. I don't think you can think like that because you can't doubt yourself. It's kind of whatever I write, and if it's good, it's good, and if it's not, it's not. And there's nothing I can do about that.
No, but I can imagine that sometimes you know yourself when the song is good.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, of course. I mean, or if you aren't honest to yourself, then you think every song is good. But if you stay critical, but I can imagine that sometimes when you write in a period that, maybe you have a period that you write songs of lesser quality, of less quality, but not this time for you.
Well, to be fair, I maybe wrote about 25 songs in them 3 weeks, and we only recorded 18 of them, and then only 13. How many? 13 tracks on the album, I think. Only 13 of them went onto the album, so there was maybe like 10 songs that got thrown away.
Okay. You were saying this is an emergency. The song this is an emergency. I only have a album sampler. Right. I only have 5 songs.
Which songs are in it?
This is an emergency. Everybody wants me. Nothing to do with you. I'm a liar. Keep on your dress. What songs did you write lyrically?
All of them. I wrote the lyrics to the first of them ones.
Yeah.
I wrote the first half of Emergency. So I wrote the chorus and the first verse. And most of Emergency is mine, to be fair. I think Matt wrote a little bit of the second verse.
And Everybody Wants Me, Nothing to Do with You, I'm a Liar, Keep on Your Dress?
I wrote all of Nothing to Do with You. Matt wrote most of Keep on Your Dress.
And I'm a Liar?
I'm a Liar's 50-50.
And Everybody Wants Me?
That's 50-50 as well.